That is the million-dollar question, Killick. Did I? Did I manage to fix it? The answer at this point is not necessarily. Although I did have some suggestions. By the way, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you here. Welcome in. And I hit the wrong button again, so wait, whoa! Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, good morning, Killick. Pepperoni Pizza Man with the first echo. Ahoy from the home of your relatives. Well, I hope that you get some sleep. Hey, random beeping noise. How is everybody doing today? Oh, we're doing good today. Yeah, it's a good Friday to start with. Well, it is Good Friday. Anyway. All right, yeah, so here's the thing. I have one last thing that I can come up with that might work. Or getting Vampire Diaries to not be stuck or broken. Because it's not a soft lock per se. I mean, a soft lock would be a game design decision that would cause the player to get stuck because they didn't do something the developers expected them to do at a certain time, or pick up a certain object before they reached a certain point. Or perhaps, a dialogue that should have been given, but they didn't find or do, and then later that prevents you from moving forward. In this case, this is actually a straight-up bug in the game, and it doesn't even seem to be consistent, right? So here's the thing. Here's what I've done so far. Now, we've played Vampire Diaries. I've played it on it was always been on a Pentium 233, or 333, pardon me, so that part has not changed. However, I have gone to as low as 32 megabytes of RAM, which it's not a DOS game, it's a Windows 95 game, so that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Not saying that it doesn't at all, it shouldn't matter, but too much RAM sometimes does cause issues from games from that era. So I tried 32 megabytes of RAM, that didn't make a difference. I tried 3 different video cards, a Cirrus Logic 5030, which is a 1 megabyte VGA card, same problem, exact same problem. I tried a 2 megabyte S3 Trio 32 card, same problem. The Voodoo Velocity 100, same exact problem. And I even tried yesterday a Windows XP machine with an 8800 GT running Windows XP. And it actually runs the game. I really didn't believe that would work. It worked. Same problem. At the exact same moment, the exact same problem on 4 different video cards, 2 different machines, 2 different operating systems. I even tried 3 different operating systems. I tried it in Windows 95 and under a fresh OSR2 install with only system drivers, up to date, no Windows patches beyond OSR2, still same problem. Even used the DirectX that came on the Vampire Diaries disc, which should have been the DirectX that they tested it before I went gold with. That shouldn't have been a factor. Same problem. Windows 98 SE, same problem. It just goes on and on and on. The crash in XP was at the exact same spot. Exact same spot. I cannot transition down into that crypt. It will freeze at that point every single time. So I've got one last thing I'm going to try. I don't have a lot of confidence. I don't normally use this for streaming because, well, I'm kind of opposed to it, but at the same time, I'm only opposed to it because it's legally questionable, and that's to try using PCEM and the Windows 98 VM that I set up a long time ago for personal testing of software and games, things like that, in a safer environment. If this works, great. I'll just finish the game in PCEM, but otherwise, I got nothing left. Because even in Scum VM, it's working, but then we have a different set of problems. Certain dialogue that doesn't play with no closed captioning, so you have no idea what they're saying, which can be problematic if you're trying to, understand the storyline and make decisions based on what they say or do. But then there's also the issue that another puzzle doesn't work. It's not clickable. It's craziness. I don't know what's going on with it. I can't find a patch for the game. Don't know if it was ever patched. As far as I know, Her Interactive may have just put it out there and said forget it. They may have been ready to put it out there, got their contract with Nancy Drew and said, hey, we're just going to make Nancy Drew games, 3 of them a year for the next 20 years. We don't really care about this game anymore. I don't know what went on with them. I don't have any idea why this game was just abandoned. If you're going the emulation route, the combination that worked for you is, yeah, the VBox WinXP. Tried VBox Win98, but VBox has issues with Win98. So at PCEM, if you've never tried it, VirtualBox I like. And the only reason I don't use VirtualBox is because I always inevitably have like driver issues in general with some of the other software, like the software for this, for example, ASIO drivers, and other things, because it tends to insert a layer between them that allows it to, I guess, directly interact with the hardware somehow. I don't understand how all that works. All I know is that it installs drivers and it somehow ends up causing some problems for me at some point. And I really don't want to push that. I don't want to, not on my production machine anyway, not the one that I'm using to stream from. So I haven't tried VirtualBox in years as a result. But PCEM doesn't work that way. It's a standalone program. And it doesn't really interact with the hardware directly. It's all done software. So I'm going to try that and see. I've had really good luck with it. In fact, a game from the same time frame, Quest for Glory 5, runs fine on it. So I'm crossing my fingers, hoping this actually is the solution. Because the whole reason I actually made this particular VM was trying to help Rig get through Quest for Glory 5 so he could finish the series. And he was having trouble getting it to run. So I'm crossing my fingers. But before we do, we're going to take a look at this. This is the Quake 2 level we've been working on, of course. No changes there. I have made significant changes to the map since Sunday. And I'm actually quite happy with the way this is turning out. I'll show you what I'm working on here in just a moment. Let me get some music going. And, where is my, there it is. Oh, okay. I was like, where'd it go? Gotta get in the mood for it, you know. For the VBox, the quick and dirty way to test things, but in this case, I think that layer that VBox installs might make what, yeah. And it's very true. It might be what is solving the problem for you, random beeping noise. I couldn't say, and I'm not opposed to trying VirtualBox at some point, but I think I want to do it from a different environment. Heck, I might even try installing Linux on a different partition, and maybe, is VirtualBox still supported in Linux? Did they? I know at one point it used to work for it. It's been so many years since I've messed with VirtualBox, I can't remember what all it supports or how. All right, so here we go. So this Quake 2 level, there's a few things I'm going to change. Notice these green things. Hint. The fuck is a hint? Well, I'll give you a hint. The hint brush, or the hint texture, is designed to suggest to the game where you want the game to break things up. In other words, where is it naturally going to split the room when it goes to render the video, or the image. And basically, the way you determine that, it's actually it's pretty easy once you know how to do it. So I'm going to show you something. We're going to load the games. I've already compiled this once. Now, granted, this is not a good test case because I've already inserted some hint brushes. By the way, this is using the Eric W tools, and oh my god, I love the lighting. It's got such an overcast, dreary look, and with that sky, it just seems to fit. I am so pleased with the way the Eric W tools work with the lighting. Okay, now I've said my piece. There are two commands that were very popular when Quake 2 was being developed, and one, in fact, was Christian Antcow, I think it was, posted on one of the finger boards that this was basically what they used like religiously. It became their favorite tool. Now, granted, it spams the hell out of your screen, but if you notice, what you're really looking for is the W poly in the upper left corner. I don't remember what the maximum value is. 7,000 something comes to mind. Not really that relevant on a modified version of the Quake 2 engine because sometimes those values have been increased to support modern hardware, meaning 7,000 polys being rendered at a time. That's not even a character anymore. That's like their arm. So, you know, like a modern day model is probably just an arm. You know, might even be their hand on some games. I don't know. But anyway, 7,000 polys is not much. If my number is right, I honestly don't remember. But anyway, so the idea here is that you run around the level. You can even play. You can test the game this way. Just play testing it. Run around the level. Watch where the poly count goes. It can go as low as double digits. Look at that, 19 polys, because it's basically just drawing polygons right there. In fact, look, it's split it there because the texture isn't lined up properly. I can actually improve efficiency by aligning the textures there so that they match. Otaku, how you doing? Happy Good Friday.
Otaku_Hanzo just cheered 100 bits. Happy Good Friday. What's so good about it, you ask? Well, it's Friday. Duh.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Otaku, how are you doing? I'm really glad to see you here. Yeah, welcome in. And yeah, it is a Good Friday, both literally and figuratively. We were just perusing this, showing exactly how certain parts of this work. But the Hall of Mirrors effect that we were having earlier, when I was struggling to get it to work, is usually a result of hitting a particular limit in the number of polys that can be counted. Not always. It can be caused by a number of things, but one of the reasons is it could be a limit was hit, and suddenly it's no longer rendering it, so stuff behind it, which is nothing, ends up just being a Hall of Mirror. It just stops. It says, can't do it anymore, I'm puking it. So it was hitting 7,800 at some point, and I've made so many changes and updates that it's actually fixed it. Plus, we have this happening, which is another tool that was hugely popular. I'm going to turn actually, I can leave art speeds on. GL Show Tries 1. This only worked in OpenGL. It does not work in DirectX. It doesn't work in Voodoo, like 3dFX. And this actually shows all the polygons the way it was split up. So when it goes to render the video, this is what you see and is mapped. Now, granted, it doesn't show tries for movable objects like doors and platforms, but you can see see how it splits it one corner to the next. A simple surface like that, one corner to the next. If it gets too big, it might split it up twice, but ultimately it's usually like that. Now back here, see how it split it twice? It split it along this texture, which was misaligned, and then had to split it again. So this is inefficient. That's something I want to fix. Not a huge change there, but you know, if you really want to make it efficient, that's what you do. But this is how that works. So you can also use this tool to determine where hint brushes may or may not need to be placed. Essentially, if you look, you can see how it's drawing the whole map. You can see the matrix, yeah. After a while, you just see polygon, function brush, you know. Anyway, now watch back there as I get closer to this window. Let me shoot that. Boom. See how it disappears? So if you watch very carefully, this is called culling, by the way. If you watch carefully with the show tries on, you can see that the engine wants to break right there. Well, I've also placed hint brushes there, and that's helping. But as stuff is turned off, the poly counts will drop. 3,900, 2,800, 39, 28, 39. So it loses about 1,000 polygons as it splits that out, culls it out. So that's how you do it. You look for where it wants to break, and then you start placing hint brushes in that general area to suggest to it that maybe you want it to break a little sooner or perhaps later. Now, the problem with hint brushes is that it's not a guarantee. Just because you place one doesn't mean that's where it will break. It means it is a suggestion. So you can place a hint brush. I could place a hint brush in the middle of this room, go all the way into the furthest corner, and it would still try and draw this area. I know that because I tried. It didn't want to do it. So that's how you figure it out. That's how you figure out at least some of it. There's lots of other ways to work on efficiencies. Now, it does the same thing back here. I want to say up here it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, it keeps drawing the whole thing. Although it does stop drawing that one little room, the computer room, which helps. I mean, see, it's like 1,000 polys by itself. 28, 34, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's part of it. Now, one of the things that we're going to do today, is we're going to move this wall to this opening, and then the opening is going to move over here. And that will, hopefully, if things work properly, that'll hopefully help encourage it to break the level up sooner and keep that poly count lower. And the reason you want higher poly or lower poly counts isn't so much just because it's better, it's just simply because it helps keep things smoother. On modern hardware, it's so low, it doesn't matter. But if you're targeting lower end machines, it does matter quite a bit, especially if you're targeting the original Quake 2 engine and not some modified version. So it's kind of important if that's what you want to do. I'm doing it as an exercise, not so much because I have to. I mean, as you can see, this is a relatively average computer, I'd say, at this point. I mean, it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is not average right now. I think 16 is probably typical for a new machine. Not custom, basically buy it off the shelf, but beyond that, it's pretty typical video card, maybe a slightly upgraded processor. It's an i7, but it's not exactly a high-end i7. So either way, this is beefy enough to handle a 25-year-old game without much issues. Not everybody's computer is. So if you're targeting lower-end PCs, go for lower poly counts. That's my thing. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Let's see what we can do. This thing brings back memories so good, some headache-inducing. It certainly can be. Headache-inducing, in fact. All right, so I'm pretty comfortable with these hint brushes for now. They seem to be functioning the way I want. But they get in the way, as do these clip brushes. And while I've still got a lot of areas I need to add more clip brushes, I am going to come back to those later. And right now I need to get them out of the way so that they're not making it difficult for me to see what I'm doing. As you can see here, there's also a lot more stuff, random stuff, as a result of these rocks. So what I've done is I've added layers. First layer turns off all the hint and clip brushes. So that means I can now move around freely without having to worry about hint and clip brushes getting in the way. This other layer disables all the rocks. The rocks and the modified terrain, most of the modified terrain. And that makes it so much easier to make out what's going on. It's still messy, and I could go so far as to make a layer for individual rooms if I wanted to, or maybe all detail brushes if I wanted to, that kind of thing. But for the most part, this is good enough for me. By the way, I haven't assigned the hint brushes on the platform or the doors or anything like that to that layer. It's not really that important. Today we're going to move this wall over here. Is this Quake level editing or House Flipper Strong Edition? That's what we need, Quake. House Flipper Strong Edition. That might actually get Coffee to play Quake. Oh, wait. Okay, so we're going to have to do this first. Am I on 16? Yes, I'm on 16, because that's what it defaults to, isn't it? Don't want that locked. Oh, I also need to start taking notes of what changes need to be made. I usually do that with the lighting stage of editing, but we'll get to that here shortly, because that's actually going to happen here as part of this stream. Basically a log of what's being changed and what's being done. Well, that's a problem. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. There we go. How about we just go whee! Like that. Yeah, I might need to actually make some other changes to get this to work. Aha, yes, yes, yes. All right, I see. Gonna hide as much of this as I can just for now. I'm going to leave this back part of the frame, but mainly because it's not really visually getting in the way, and it'll help me keep in line this wall piece here that I'm worried about, because this doesn't need to be that far down. I think that'll work. I think that's sufficient. Okay, now shit's broken over here, yo. Let's see, we'll move this. Now, there's no guarantee I'm keeping any of this. I'm just seeing if I can make this work. So that goes away. That really doesn't have any other counterpart, so... and that can go away. Hey, Strider. Oh, excuse me. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, Strider. I do not understand. Wait, is that what I want? No, it's not, actually. I mean, it is, but it's not. Where the hell is it? Oh, no? Where the fuck did it go? Oh, okay, there it is. See, this is what I mean. It's hard to make stuff out in their location. I should probably put some of the models in there as well. See, there's a hole there, actually. Hey, how you doing there, Stelio? You know what? That can go away. You know what? I don't know what I'm going to put right there. That doesn't make any sense either, so we can get rid of that. All right, so I got to work out something. In some weird kind of way, I like that. I don't really understand why, but I'm going to try this because... okay. Yeah, why not? That, I guess so, maybe? We'll leave that for now. And I think I need to move this over just a little bit more. Wrong chat. Sorry. That's pretty funny, Strider. I'm assuming Japanese is in that sentence, but I don't understand a single word of the rest of it. That's one of those where I would definitely say I need a hint. You know what? We can actually bring this down to that height. We wish you a Merry Christmas too, or something like that, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, I see the problem here. Hang on a minute. I see the problem. I need to make this work with that light and that angle there, and that's not going to work with that light and that angle there. In fact, I'm going to have to pull this back a little bit. Got an idea. Review. All right, why not? That sort of, not really. I don't think I like that too much. I mean, I kind of like the idea of this part, but I don't know about the rest of this. In fact, friend is at a tall building. At 29th floor, the building might be missing 4. 13, 14, 4, missing 4. 13th, 14th floors as it's in Taiwan. Yeah, there's a lot of buildings in the U.S. that don't have a 13th floor. I mean, they don't list it as such. You get in the elevator and you look at the buttons on the panel, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's like, where's 13? Some people just don't get it. Santa Claus will be ready in 300 days. Oh, man, is it really? Oh, geez, you're right. It has been about 65, hasn't it? I really don't like that texture on that face, but I don't know what else to put there. Let's see. Let's try. I mean, now that I have to keep this particular arch. Actually, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, wait. I can get rid of all but that one. I can at least make use of this one. You know what? I can live with that. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. And in reality, I think we'll pull this all the way out. As though it's resting on those for support. Really randomized shit, too. I mean, just an awful, awful design. I don't like this at all. Okay, I don't like this at all. But we'll figure this out from here. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I see. We'll take this. Yeah, this isn't right because we've got one right next to it. I don't want to duplicate that. So maybe this one goes away. It's on the same level as that one. We can actually pull that back. I feel like this music is generic. Wrestler's entrance theme. He is almost here. Time to start laying booby traps for it then. I wonder. So that makes me wonder if I can just pull this forward. Oh, that's going to be fighting. Okay. It's not centered, but whatever. I think I can deal with that for now. Okay, now then, one of the other things that I need to do, because I just remembered I forgot to fix this. There was a hint brush inside this section here. And that needs to move, actually. My hope and intent is that this will help a lot with getting it to work properly. So let's go out. Looks like it's doesn't need to be that much up. It can go down. All right, so now we need to figure out which side has the hint on it, and that's where we want it. Okay, that works. All right, so that's the first thing that I wanted to do, and hopefully that'll fix some of the issues. And show all. Now then, we need to make this work for starters. Turn off the damn hints. Here we go. Random beeping noise means more polygons for booby traps. Couldn't I resize Brush? Brush has an invalid face. Well, that's just rude. I'm sorry, your face is not valid. How was Snow Day? I enjoyed it. I was a little bit disappointed at first. Watching some of the other streams of it prior to me playing it last night, I thought to myself, oh man, I know this isn't going to be like a Stick of Truth or anything like that. But no, it grew on me quite a bit, and I got to where I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of it, actually. I kind of want to finish it. So hopefully that gets a little bit better, you know? Ah, crud. I think I just realized what I'm going to have to do, and I don't like it. If I want that to line up, I think it's going to have to do that. But I'm not lined up properly here anyway, so let's see. Reveal thyself. Okay, so that's all the same. This is 90 degrees, nothing else. So now they are compatible. All right, so what do I need to do to fill that little gap. But yeah, I really enjoyed Snow Day. It's a squad shooter. I keep comparing it to games like Deep Rock Galactic and Vermintide and Darktide, style of squad shooter. And I'm talking about the gameplay concepts, not the actual game itself. I think a lot of people want to say South Park game like Darktide or Vermintide. No. I'm not saying it's dark, gritty, and dystopian. I'm just saying that it's got a similar play style. So you've got a central hub where you prepare for your mission, and then you have a series of levels that you go through per chapter. It's got a lot of things wrong with it right now, as far as I'm concerned. One of the biggest, most glaring ones is if you start a chapter, you have to finish the chapter. There is no save. Otherwise, you're going to start the chapter over from scratch. Now, that may be how it's intended, because it appears there's only 5 chapters, and they're relatively short, 30, 45 minutes per chapter. So in some ways, it's a little like Diablo. You're not really intended to save it in the multiplayer mode. Saving is based on just your items. So when you log in and then log out of the server, your items are updated. Your character levels and all are updated to your character sheet. So it's got a lot of good things going for it, but that's one of the problems. Yeah, the soft cell shading look. I really enjoyed that look too. I thought they did a good job with the overall design of the game. They really kind of nailed that South Park look. They really, really got it just right. And I think we need to go back that way just a smidge. Yeah, just like that. Okay, well that'll suffice for now. Oh well, shit. Well, isn't that some crap? I did not realize that I was actually one... Well, son of a bitch. Oh, well, that's okay. I can actually live with that. In fact... Let's see. How about... You do this... Think. And then we pull this back here. Okay, so that works, and then we can do one little bitty thing down here just to kind of add an extra level of detail to it. Where the hell did it go? There it is. That still looks too thick in my opinion, but that's okay. We'll... Always go the wrong way on that. I don't know why. Oh man, I went the wrong way on that one too. Actually, no, I didn't. I went the wrong way on... No, I didn't. I got it right on that one. Okay, so those are detail. So for optimization reasons, we'll just mark those as detail textures. Or detail brushes, pardon me. Okay. So now as far as optimization is concerned, my hope and goal is that, see, you can't see into that small room. That might encourage it to break up this area back here quicker and cull it out. However, it's also possible that... it puts it somewhat in angle of this room back here. But there's also this. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's something I can do to break that up elsewhere. We'll see. It might be worth trying to see how that actually works out. So how about we save it? do a quick compile. I did a fast compile using the Eric W tools. The fact that it supports all 16, well, all 8 cores plus the other 8 virtual cores, it flies through a full viz in like a minute, minute and a half. It's pretty quick. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Welcome in. You came in, oops. Helps if I spell it right. You came in as I was doing my own art streams. If you want to call this art. So yeah, so there's the opening. We've moved. And it looks like I need to add some lighting in there. Let's see how this works. GL show tries 1. So it's still rendering that back there, although it does look like it split off that one room. R speeds 1. That is actually lower. Look at that. It did make a difference. It dropped it by over 1,000 polygons. And then wham! Holy crap, that cuts it quick. That's actually quite nice. That's a good decision to have made. That helped actually more than you can know. That can be very cumbersome to watch, actually, I know. Okay, so that's not a bad idea. That actually works out. I can live with that. I'm not so sure about this, but I can live with this. I almost don't want to move that platform, but I kind of like the platform where it is. It's in a good kind of non-confrontational space. All right. Definitely need to work on the lighting in here, but I love the dreary lighting. I don't know why. What game is this? This is actually Quake 2. This is Quake 2 level editing in modern times. Yes, I'm making a custom level. Sorry about that. I just saw your message. Yeah. And I did say I needed more light. I can kind of cheat. Just because they're both on the same angle. Let's just grab this. Boom, 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 boom. And 90. There we go. Oh. Oh no, what? That's not it? Aww. I was on the wrong angle the whole time. That might be enough, actually, to cover that room. Believe it or not, that does emit light, so if it doesn't emit enough light, we'll go from there. I've been wanting to do something with this ceiling too, and I don't really know what I want to do. It looks like we have 2 separate brushes there. Oh, no it isn't. It's one brush. I selected the face by mistake. Let's go ahead, turn that off. And we're going to split that up a little bit, because now what I want to do is do something a little bit in here. It doesn't need to be super fancy because I don't want to add too much. But since we saved some poly counts, we can actually add more. See how that works? Add 10 or 20 more lights in that corner, all triggered by a player walking in. So when a player rushes through the dark corner, they get blinded and they become a sitting duck. That's actually not a bad kind of a trap. That's not the trap people would normally expect. Oh yes, and I've got something I want to show you guys too. It's old stuff, but it still checks out with this. Alpha Duty. Alpha Doodle. What? Alpha Doodle? Oh, no. Okay, well, that's actually okay. I can deal with that. Okay, let's see if we can get this out of clip mode. Texture lock is off. Okay, that actually might work quite well now that I see this. Hey, Andy. Was I able to get Vampire Diaries to work again? Last you saw, I was having issues. Yes, I'm still having issues with it. We're going to try one last thing here as soon as we're done with the Quake editing. We got a little over an hour left before we do that. I don't have a lot of confidence. I really want to finish the game. It's killing me that I can't get it to work. But I may just need to wait for some Scum VM updates. Maybe eventually it'll be more playable. But I'm going to try a couple of things. I know the game is so much fun. It's so cheesy, but it's so enjoyable. I mean, I could pick on it, but I really don't want to. I really like it. I think it's fun. I think they did a good job with that game. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what's going on there. Okay, yeah, not a big deal. That's okay. We can live with that. I got a fix for that, I think. I think I have a good fix for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it another shot. I think we can pull it. I think we can get somewhere with it. Oh no, darn it. And yeah, I don't want to do that. What you do is you do that, and there you go. See, nice and simple. All right, so now we need to figure out how to fix this over here, which I think is actually pretty easy. It'll just add a little bit of visual eye candy, nothing fancy, but you know. We can go down one more. I'm going to take it all the way out to this side over here. Yoink, just like that. Oops, too far. Like that. And now...
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Bah, stupid ads. Actually... Let's do it this way. thought I would have learned by then. Okay. Let's see. Grab one of these. Turn texture lock on. And, like, absolutely no reason for these to be here, but whatever. Like, all the architecture in this is just bullshit anyway. It's just utter bullshit. Okay, so now we've got that. And we have ads coming in about 4 minutes, because that sucks. 7 stream streak. Nice, Fox. How you doing? The 7th half takes 90% of the development time. You're not joking. You're really not joking. You know, a professional level designer, if they have a pre-designed sketch of some kind that they're working on, if they're going from scratch to this, they could block this out in a matter of hours. I mean, like, just not with a detail, but they could block out the entire level and be ready to start doing detail in just a matter of hours or less. Someone who does this for a living daily. And then the detail probably be just another day for most of it. But I mean, that's your focus, right? That's what you're doing. It's crazy to you. I mean, it's really not that hard. This all started out from just a simple 6-sided box with a light and a player start in it, just to kind of show how it works. That's it. Doesn't take much. Do that. And now then, just because I need something. Oops, too high. Okay, now that we've got that, and texture lock is off, go that way. Oops. I'm going to pull this in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now then, texture lock that, and then we'll just start dragging. That needs to be adjusted. Let's see, that. Here we go. It is kind of crazy, though, to think about. All right, I'm good enough with that. I'm not going to push that any further. Need to work a little bit on this area. Also need to do something with that. I haven't quite finished that yet. Actually, we can finish that real quick. That's an easy one. Jeez, that figures that's going to be a problem, huh? Actually, that can easily rectified. We'll do that. Oh, wait, that's not right. I see. I didn't realize that actually was a little bit higher up than the others. Okay. Just leave that for there for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with this wall. We'll worry about that later, but... Alright. We got ads kicking in here in just a moment, so I'm going to take a very brief break. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go nowhere now. See you then. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Echo, for that schedule there. Appreciate that. Did I miss anything? I got a little hung up there. Mystic was aggressively licking my hand. I went to go pet him, and he grabs my arm like he's going to attack me, and no claws, no teeth. He just grabs and starts licking. I pull my hand away, pull it further or closer to him, and start licking even harder. He's such a weird cat sometimes. All right, so there was another area here. He's very sweet. He really is. So this is listed, look at that, angle 90. That means the texture is rotated 90 degrees. That's a different texture. Uh-oh. I see. And now we have a cat in the way. And this one's 180 minus 72. I don't think it's lined up the way I want, though. Minus 72 and 32. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. That's not even the right alignment. How about we do... Or even better yet. I think the scene transition... Oh, it broke... Yeah, I always hit the wrong one. I've got two different live scenes. My bad. And we have a cat, as you can see. He's being quite needy this morning. Yeah, don't chew on my tag bills. I have to pay those or else we won't be able to drive anywhere legally. Mystic, do you really need to put your ass on my phone? Is that a requirement of kitty cat life to put your ass on everything humans put near their face? He seems rather upset that I moved my phone away from his ass. I don't understand why. I don't think this is the right texture for what I want. Can you turn the reticle on Mystic? Curious to see how many Mystic polygons we can see from here. There's a mystical polygon right there. A big floofy polygon. Hi, Mystic. Mr. Mystic. Hi, buddy. Mystic. Hey, buddy. He's like, what? I'm not doing anything wrong. He's a micromanager. He's something. Hey, Mystic, you want to turn around and look at the camera? He's such a nut. Nope. Sorry. Oh, that's why it was looking so weird. Okay, I got it. Well, in this case, I'm going to do this all the way around. And how about that texture? And we'll drop that down. Ooh, that's multi... Do what? Who, me? You did nothing. Oh, I made Mystic perturbed, apparently. Not sure exactly how, but I did something to perturb the kitty cat. Probably didn't give him enough attention. Okay, so that's done. Now then, what else did I needed to work on? Oh yeah, we needed to finish up this little section here. I want to give it some kind of support. This is supported by the central pillar, so I'm not too worried about it. Is there such a thing as enough attention for a cat? Yes, they'll let you know. I promise. When you see blood on your arms, you have given too much attention. Yeah, don't stop before that. You'll draw back bloody arms, but also stop after that, or else you won't have an arm. Yeah, they might lose. You might lose their arm anyway because they have no ability to manage their real desires. Pull that back down to 4. Oh, that's on 2. Good God. And that goes to there. What is this? That's what I thought. Your buddy's cat would be all over you and you'd visit, but 5 minutes of pets and you'd get hissed at. That's a cat. That's a cat. That's what they do. And the funny thing is they really aren't mad at you. It's like they just have no ability to like see that it's going too far and say, no, I can't take this anymore. So then they get all worked up and it's too much attention, and maybe it actually hurts. I don't know. The way they act, it's like it hurts. Oh my God, you're paying too much attention to me. I can't take it. I'm going to actually make this 4 wide. For primary reason is that... Hey, Susie! Primary reason is I want to have enough lip to go around this section. Hey, AA7. Both your parents are human. Emmy Cat, is that your alternate account? Welcome to the channel, by the way. The Emmy's just one of our regulars, if you're not familiar with Emmy. The old man that games. You have 3 nutty cat. You know that. Cats are funny about that. They really are. If you don't have cats, or if you don't have, relatives that have cats or whatever, so you're not familiar with them, they can certainly be a handful after they've had too much attention. But they will love you up to that point, and they'll even love you afterwards. Mystic, for example, with him, off stream, he aggressively attacked my arm just to lick my hand. That's all he wanted. He wasn't even biting. He wasn't clawing. It was just he grabbed my arm with both paws, pulled it to his face, and wouldn't let go. And then put his hind feet on me like he was going to rabbit kick me, but I obviously was resisting the desire to rabbit kick. Or punch, or whatever you want to call it. Probably thinking, what the hell has Bitterman doing? Was late for work yesterday, as one of them had peed on your work rucksack. Oh, that sucked. Which put on, then had a back covered in cat pee. That blows. Rabbit kick, yeah. Never heard it called that. Oh, you haven't? Yeah. That's that natural impulse cats have to basically shred their prey with their hind feet. Rabbits do the same thing. There's so many things about rabbits and cats that are very similar. I don't think they're related in any way, but they oftentimes show signs that they could be. Like certain habits and traits that they have. But rabbits are a lot more social, too, than cats are. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference between a feline and pretty much most any other creature. Cats aren't antisocial. They just are very selective about who they socialize with. And they also change the way they want to socialize. Like Mystic, when he was still a kitten, he actually wasn't too bad about being a lap cat. He liked getting in laps. But now I couldn't get him in my lap if I begged him to. I can barely pick him up. You have 3 rescues. 1 is 18. You have 2 that are 2 years old. The troublemaker is called Bandit. He was dumped as he only had 1 eye. Oh, but he frequently bites you and does the bunny kicks on your arm. Yeah. Hopefully he's learning and he's not being too hard about it. That's the problem I've always had with rescues, because a lot of times the rescued cats aren't as well trained by mama, and mama never got to teach the babies how to properly socialize, and they'll attack more viciously. Mystic seems to have had a really good mama because she taught him how to play properly. He's not rough. In fact, he'll apologize if he actually bites or claws you. I'm not joking. He really will. He'll apologize. He'll bite you or claw you and then immediately start licking my arm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I got carried away. That's just what he does. Teenage phase. He really does kind of exhibit some of the teenage human type traits. He's such a spoiled little punk. But he is sweet. He really is. Hey, Mac, how you doing? Welcome in. You came in just in time. I'm about to test this and see how this is working out. Can't say I'm entirely pleased with what I'm doing here, but yeah. So these are all detail. I should have just established these as detail to begin with, but how you been, Mac? What have you been playing? I didn't catch your streams this week. What have you been up to? He goes, he definitely enjoys a good play fight. Yeah, but he never bites hard or scratches. But Bandit's like he has to prove himself all the time. He goes out and picks on dogs out for walks. He brings back birds bigger than him. We'll spot him at top of the tallest tree miles away. Oh my God. That's crazy. He's definitely the daredevil then, isn't he? It sounds like he got a good amount of mama attention then, because that sounds like a cat that's been taught how to hunt and play. And that's usually a trait mama teaches indirectly. Okay, so we've got that. Someone redeemed a hat. Oh my God. Wizard hat for the... Hey, Reg. Playing Z? Ooh. You beat Far Cry. I never beat Far Cry. I wanted to play Far Cry, the first one, and I could never get past that opening level, like getting through the boat. I don't know why. I mean, I usually do pretty well with shooters, and that game, for some reason, I just sucked at. Like, what's going on here? Okay, this is like the shittiest design ever for a catwalk, but whatever. It's not even wide enough here. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it as is. I added the 4-pixel lip on this just to kind of add a little bit more substance there. I'm not even going to put supports under it. Screw it. All right, let's test this. First of all, let me make sure these are visible, because we need to. And we'll check out what this looks like. It gets hecka hard at the last third. Wow. I bet, because the opening isn't easy. It's to me, it was one of the hardest shooters I'd played, like, on normal mode. I mean, people talk about Blood being difficult, and it was pretty rough, but man, Blood was easy to me by comparison. Once I figured out the weapons. Okay, so that is the room. See, look, we got the support. That actually looks pretty good. I can live with that. It's simple, but it's effective. Yeah, believe it or not, that that 4 pixel lip helps. And I kind of like that step up. That works too. Okay. Quake. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lower that just a bit. Or I need to put another lip around the bottom edge. I can do that. We'll figure that out. I don't remember if that's 8. I think that's actually 10 pixels high, which would explain why there's 2 pixels worth of texture sticking out down there, because this should be 8 pixels high. And I screwed up. You think you did? Well, it's time to start writing. Oh, thank you, Mac. I appreciate that. All right. Light too dim. Over double stairs. And let's see, what else do we have? Too dim. Inside. Holy shit! That old man, the old man in the games. Thank you so much for the dude. 2 months.
Games just subscribed for 2 months.
Thank you so much for that tier 1 sub, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Meanwhile, Vito, you got a Herculean task to do with a deadline of 3 months to finish it and publish it. It's making a retro achievement set for the NES port of Pool of Radiance as a junior developer. Oh my god. Wait, is this a personal thing, or are you doing this for work or education or what? Is it a hobby? You know, what's going on with that? That sounds kind of cool. So we need more light in here, particularly right in that region, and more light here. This room's fairly well lit. Personal thing. Okay, that's cool though. That's really awesome because I have no ability to do that kind of stuff. So I did fix some of that. I need to add some more clips. Clip brush in rotunda area, I guess. You lurk on here a fair bit. Love some good old PC stuff. I appreciate that. That's really awesome. Yeah, and I'm hoping I've got something working for Vampire Diaries. I want to finish this. So, if not, I do have something else planned, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think lighting here is okay, not too bad. Texture alignment on these pipes right here. See, that's wrong. Near player start. I'm good with the lighting here. I don't see anything really that stands out to me. I think this looks pretty good. Kind of happy with that. Lighting up here is good. Lighting in here is okay. I kind of want to put a little light here to keep this, whoever happens to want to try and spawn camp up here, from being able to spawn camp. Not spawn camp, but just camp in general. At least you're learning to dig for memory on old video game ROMs, which is something you didn't do when you were teaching yourself how to code in BASIC. Oh. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Coffee was talking to me about something I needed to hear what she said. Let's see. which is something you didn't do when you were teaching yourself how to code in BASIC in high school. Yeah. So we'll take a look at that. So basically just some lighting here. Some clip textures in that hallway. Lighting here. That wall I might just leave as is. One of the things I need to do is see the lighting. The lighting for the platforms will always be rendered in its up position. So I need to match the lighting down here. Otherwise it has sort of the Scooby-Doo effect. And what I mean by that is that the platform won't really blend with the rest of the environment in its normal down position. Yeah, zoinks. If you know what I mean, what I'm talking about is if you ever watched Scooby-Doo and you know when there's a secret door or something that's going to move in the background because it always has a different, it almost looks like it has a different color to it or perhaps a different brightness. They're like layers. Yeah, it's like layers in animation, exactly. Yeah, it's some kind of layer on the animation. I don't know exactly what you call it or how it works. I just know that that's how I can always tell. Ooh, texture alignment there. Texture alignment there. So I could just make a general pass for all of those types of non-aligned textures. Okay, let's back out of this. And we'll hide these for now. And then we'll go, while I'm thinking about it, here we go. Now then, multi-angles, multi-offset means that they've got different values. I'm just going to set them all to 0 because they don't need anything else. This is only important, not so much for visual, but it's important for poly counts too. If you're really focused on reducing polygons being drawn, it's a good idea to eliminate any unaligned textures because it will absolutely break it there every time. So there's a few ways you can force a poly count break or a break in polygons. One, misalign a texture, but two of the same textures up against each other and then just knock one off 1 pixel. That'll force it. You'd have to do it for all textures in that area, like in that opening, so that it'll actually force the break, or you can hint and hope that the Viz program agrees. Otherwise, you're just kind of stuck with what it gives you. So not ideal to just shift a texture, but it can certainly make a difference. And this is so stupid that I'm even going to do this, but it's going to bug the shit out of me if I don't. Because it's actually overlapping, and that's really going to just drive me nuts. And there's not a whole lot I can do to fix it. I mean, I could readjust all of that, but I don't feel like doing that. This will be easier. In fact, I could get so stupid with this. You know what? It would make more sense. It would reduce poly counts because it would only be drawing this face. You're going to have to get used to a hexadecimal code, essentially counting from 1 to F, in a sense. I could never wrap my head around that. So I wish you the best of luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. Now that I'm going to cheat. Well, almost cheat. Okay, we're going to pick these, and we're going to go rotate. What the blazes? That's not what I wanted. There we go. All right, now then, with all those selected, time to make those a detail brush. In Quake 3, I think it is, you can actually make them a function detail, and they actually don't break up surrounding surfaces. Okay. So, not ideal, but you know what? That actually is kind of... That kind of works for me. I can live with that. It's just a matter of getting used to it. After the first 100 years or so, it comes as something completely unnatural. Oh, wait, you said natural. Wait a minute. Interesting. Am I having stream quality issues? No? Apparently YouTube is griping that there's not enough video to maintain a smooth streaming experience. What the hell? Maybe I had an internet glitch. Did I have a glitch I didn't know about? No stream issues there? All right, well, it's YouTube then. Could just be YouTube servers. I don't know. I just look over and realize, wait, no, it just ended again. Weird. Oh, I see that. It's bouncing between 3 and 10 megabits per second for some strange reason. But I don't seem to be experiencing that issue with Twitch. Like, I'm not dropping any frames, and it's relatively smooth. It's sitting right at 6,300, which is high. Why is it 6,300? Oh, well. Rev Brown, you done ate my hat, man. Why would you go and do a thing like that? Okay, so now then, lighting here. You know... Toasty! Let's see, can we grab this? Rev Brown, how you doing? Time for breakfast. Caco's hungry. Hey, Caco's got to eat too, you know. And who wants a cranky Caco? Sounds almost like a cranky taco. Will this work? Is that sufficient? I mean, can that work? I guess. A cranko, there you go. I mean, you know. I think I'm going to pull that back just a little. Doesn't stick out quite as much. Still need to work on that ceiling up there, too. Okay, hopefully that's enough lighting in there. If not, we'll drop a couple of light entities in there to kind of brighten things up. Now, the other issue is this spot right here. I am going to drop a light right there. question is, how much light do I need? Default is 300 if I remember right. Yeah, 300. I'm gonna guess 150. Yeah, we don't need anything else there. So let's leave that there, and we'll take a look at the lighting real quick and see how this works. We got 20 minutes or so, a little over 20 minutes, until we find out whether or not Vampire Diaries will be playable. Yeah. I'm actually really kind of interested to see. Hey, Joe! Oh my god, how you doing? Elvis Joe! I just realized you were the one who said the Cranko. Welcome in. Let's see, was this enough light? Well, that helped a lot. Although, look at how funky the way it I'm going to have to flatten those out. That's not going to work. But, yeah, so that's on the right path. That was about right. Oh, man. Okay. Damn. I'm good with that. Like, 100% good with that. Have you seen this yet, Joe? Have you seen my crappy Quake 2 level work? Okay. I'm gonna fix this eventually. Yeah, I've made such good progress here. I know, right? That you always, Red Brown, you always like to say it's like you can't believe this started from just a box. It always does. Okay, so that lighting, actually, that might be a smidge bright, maybe 25 less, because that's almost as bright at the bottom as it is at the top, and it should fade a little bit, so I'm going to drop that down to 175, I think. The crappy ones, no. Yeah. That actually works. I can live with that. There's just enough light here that somebody can not really camp here and not be seen, but it certainly makes it a little harder for them to be noticed. Oh, I need to fix that. By the way, those are linked, and I don't know why only the way they do that. That's so weird. Sims 5 leak here. Wait, Quake 2 level? I thought you were designing the house for the weirdest Sims game I have ever seen. Strog Sims by Maxis. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. That actually worked out well. I'm happy with that. That stupid little lip that I thought was going to be ugly actually added more to this than I thought it would. Okay, let's fix those lights. This light is still selected. We'll drop that down. Oh, it's at 150. We need to drop it to 125, I think. That should do it. This... we'll just delete that because I can't work with that one. And, let's see. Review yourself. So it's at the 5,000. I think I'm going to lower it to 3,000 for one. And, okay, so that's that. So we'll delete that. We'll do laser side. Oh crap, I'm going the wrong way. Gotta go this way. And, we can just adjust this up. We'll set this to light. Actually, it's this one, I think, yeah. Sundog! How goes it? Going pretty good. How about you? Let's do 2,000. How goes it for you, Sundog? There we go. Oops, not far enough. Now then, we've got it. Okay, that should work. These can actually be increased a little bit. Let's go 16,000. And then we're going to fix this real quick. Actually, yeah, once I'm happy with those textures, I'll take it off. Or the lighting, I'll take it off. But let's sort these. So that's done. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. There's lots of other stuff we need to add here, but
a castle, and we have many tapestries.
waiting for Prime. Aw, I appreciate that. I do. Thank you. Oh yes, clip texture. So we need to go back here and bring these out so we can see what's going on there. Okay, so I'm going to try my best. This can be a little tricky sometimes, but I'm going to try my best to make as many of these clip brushes what's the word? They're not going to get in the way, basically, of the player. They're designed to help keep the player from getting bumped, pushed out, stuck. Oh. The hint brushes are in the way, but we'll do that. The corner I'm going to leave. Peter Steves with the 60 stream streak. Holy crapes, man. Thank you very much for that. Holy shit. Unlike the South Park stream yesterday, bullshit cards. Bullshit. I got an idea. What are we looking for? Grid down to 4. And then I'll need to add some clips down here, I think, because otherwise it creates an unusual lip up top, so we need to sort that out.
I'm bald! Everyone knows my deep secret!
No! So we're going to do that, and then we're going to take these and go very, very steep. Actually, I'm going to go very steep on all of these. Mainly because this is a difficult spot. It really is. And the last thing a player wants when trying to get away from something or trying to get to someone, another player, for example, is to have to fight the architecture. That is the biggest nuisance, in my opinion. So that'll help keep you from getting stuck. This section, though. This section's much easier to pull off. Here we go. Yeah, so that's actually really easy to do because there's it's inset, so we can just make that a solid wall for the player, and they just run along it. Like, they can run up against it, and they won't get hung. That's the whole point. We can get a little carried away with these. Yeah, I think I'll leave those be for now. I don't see a reason for that yet. Ooh, that needs to be fixed. Let's see. Oh, there's a Mystic. Hi, Mystic.
You look very washed out.
I look very washed out. Probably the lighting. Hang on a second. Did I not turn off my... I did not. Here we go. Low light was turned on. I hate that feature on this camera. It drives me nuts. It's so bad. I'd sign up even though I can't program. Hey, you know what? Fighting the architecture, are you making a floor boss? I mean, some people's levels are the boss. That's the problem. It's like, why did you make it so hard to navigate? I mean, seriously, you know? Go ahead and just clip that all the way out. But you know what I'm talking about. You've played games where it's like, my God, why am I constantly wrestling with all of this? It's like I'm always getting hung up on stuff when I'm running around. And see, that makes that solid. Should be able to actually just carry this all the way through, huh? Quite no sugar. A VHS to record at a certain time. Oh, you can program. Gotcha. But do you know how to program the clock, or does yours still blink 12 a.m. nonstop? Or 12 p.m., I guess, depending on whether you go by AM, PM, or if you use military time. And let's see. Flashing clock staying at 12 annoy me. Pet peeve. Yeah, it does me too, actually. Like, fix that crap. Why are you all fix that crap? Hang on a second. I need to fix this. Actually, speaking of fixing crap. There we go. That seems to narrow that hallway quite a bit, but yeah. The rest of that shouldn't matter. If you get hung up in that corner, that's on you. Sorry. Just saying. Oh shoot, your oven, it's daylight change this week. Yes, I heard it was everybody else in the world changes this weekend. I'd already been tortured. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to work on that wall too. Right there. We'll do something with that. It doesn't have to be particularly fancy. Okay, that's the wrong texture for sure. Probably, for the sake of it will likely happen, I should probably put something here. because I do not want people getting back here. This is not where they belong. There we go. Is that all the way down? No, I'll just go ahead and bring it all the way to the floor. Just like that. And that's just to help keep people from getting knocked in there. It's possible to get jammed through something smaller than your character's supposed to fit through, simply because of a weird physics thing. I have been knocked into many small spaces in games before for that. Ew, that's the problem. Okay, so we're going to take detail off of this. Because as long as that's a detail texture, it will not allow the hint brush to kick in. Can also add a hint brush here. I haven't tried this yet, but it's worth doing. Okay, so that's the actual hint.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Why? Hey, Kira. Am I making a level for Vampire Diaries? Yes, one that allows me to skip to the end so I can finish it. I do want to play it through, but I really just want to play it. That's the problem. Alright, let's see how this does. We got 5 minutes left. Need to do some additional texture alignment. I'm going to work a little bit more on that offline. Okay, make sure everything's visible. Wait. What the heck happened to these two? There was hint brushes here. What the devil? Did I delete those suckers, or did I think I must have hid them. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. I know I put hint brushes there. All right, let's take one more look at this. We'll take the fast flag off, and we'll do a regular compile. It'll take like a minute, minute and a half. 9 would be 100 plus. Oh wait, watch streak. 60 stream streak. Incredible. Yours would be 100 plus, but Bido streams in the week late and too tired to watch. I don't blame you for that. I mean, that 5 p.m. is rough for people on the other side of the planet. I mean, just like Rig and Mike starting so early my time because of their location. You can't make the 4 a.m. strays. Hey, I don't blame you. There we go, finished. We'll go ahead and close this. All right. Now the real question is it going to accept this hint brush? We'll take a look and see in a moment. Lighting here. Okay, this is getting better. Maybe a little bit more light, but this is definitely better. Definitely need more light in front of these stairs. Probably a couple of lights hanging from the ceiling will work. Give me an excuse for that. That looks a little better. Yeah, it's a little darker, but brighter. Yeah, I can live with that. Let's try out some of these clip brushes. See, look at this. I mean, big stuff. I'm not gonna wrap it around. I could put one that will push you off to the side. I guess that wouldn't be too bad. This one, nice and smooth. It might first catch somebody off guard, but the reality here is that you're not getting hung up when somebody's chasing you around. So that's what really matters. What times it start? UK time, Sundog. Oh, you lurk Friday night sometimes as you're falling asleep. Yeah. That sounds like, yeah, coffee too. Coffee, so falling asleep during Friday. So it starts 8 p.m. Eastern, which would put it around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I guess. Yeah, it's 10 hours from now. Right at 10 hours from now. So whatever time it is now, go ahead 10 hours, and that's when we start. You're in bed half asleep. Alright, so we've got this. I think this is bright enough. I don't think I need to change the lighting here, but I definitely need to add some more lighting in front of that. Okay. Usually half asleep, and you're in the same time zone. Hey, you know what? I'm usually half asleep, and I'm the one streaming. Yeah, I've fallen asleep on stream before on Friday nights. You get really tired after a while. I mean, stream 6 hours here, go to the gym, watch a movie, watch TV, something like that. Okay, I think I'm actually good with this. I might clip that corner just for something different. Hey, Avoozle! I missed your stream this morning. I don't know if you streamed or not, and I just missed it or what. I think I need to fix that. So what I am getting here is that during the night streams, Mystic is the only one awake and definitely the one in control. Oh, he is absolutely in control. And making sure I can't see any other part of the level from other angles because I haven't messed with that. That's the purpose of that wall right there, is to block the visible part of the level on the side. And I think I'm good. Already had to cancel 3 of them. Oh, man. Oh, you're still sick. Can't stream sick. Oh, I was hoping you might have been better. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get better real soon. A Avoozle.
Sorry.
Okay. Got it. All right, so this is it. This is the level as it stands. This part will continue for a little bit longer, but for now we're going to take a very brief break. When we come back, we're going to try and see if we can get Vampire Diaries in another system working. Anyway, be right back in just a few minutes. Let these ads roll through. See you in a few. Sorry about that. Muted. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Anyway, so now it's time to try and figure out if we can get this to work. Did you go deaf? Nah, not yet. All right. I don't normally use this for streaming, and I haven't touched it in ages, so hopefully this works. But I'm going to try PCEM and see if we can get this to work. Okay, everything's configured still. No, I'm gonna move the stuff over. I'm gonna move the saves over. I wonder if what's her name will be a total bitch again. Of course she will. Of course she will. All right. What do we do when it inevitably doesn't work? We play Vampire Masquerade. That's what. Hey, Winter Slice. You forgot to press enter. Oh no, I caught you off guard, didn't I? All right. I went ahead and ripped the CDs this morning so that we have the ability to just play them off the ISO. Maybe I install Masquerade. I haven't installed it yet. There we go. I should have actually copied the save files over before I started the installer. But, oh well. Only question, which family are you going to play as? Mascara Raid. That's the family I'm going to play as. Mascara Raid. When you're not quite willing to do a panty raid, you just go and raid for mascara instead. Sorry, old college jokes. Now will it still ask for a physical CD change? Oh yeah, it still will. I could configure it for multiple CD-ROMs, but it's fine. I mean, it's easy enough to change out the ISOs. It's instant anyway. Do the Utes still do? I don't know. Do they? It's like you watch Animal House and any of those kind of movies. That seems to be all they ever talk about. Even TV shows, like there was an episode of Happy Days where they did that. Dim wacky Utes. What's a Ute? Something we drive now. Back then, nobody knew what it was. We'll reinstall it just to make sure. Installing audio drivers. I don't want to restart now, you son of a biscuit. Damn, that was fast. You saw Animal House. It was a window into a very strange world. That's John Belushi. That was the 70s, especially the late 70s, early 80s. That level of comedy was just something you just, yeah. You got caught on that one, Susie, because it had to do a driver install after running DirectX. Old school DirectX installs always install new drivers. Always installed new video and audio drivers. Okay, so I need to shut it down because I need to actually copy the save files over. It is now safe to turn off your computer. I do not have ASPCI drivers installed on this one. Still one of your all-time faves, Animal House, right? I haven't seen that in ages. going to try just one save. Just one. Vamp 6. Let's see if this does it. You're placing this stream on double secret probation. The memories of Win98. Change the IP address. Reboot. Change the DNS server. Reboot. Install anything that exits automatically because it was there. Reboot. Actually, that continued all the way through Windows XP, I think until about Service Pack 2. And then it got a little bit better. And finally, by Windows 7, it was pretty much most drivers you didn't have to reboot. It just took time. Insert disk 3. How about not? It's much faster, at least. Okay, this was the save that we were getting stuck at. Insert disk 1. It'll tell me to insert disk 3 as soon as I go to do this. You watch. All right. Damn! Same bug. Exact same place. This is the same thing that's happened on every single configuration. Original hardware, 2 different computers, now 3 if you include the VM, cannot get past this point. The game doesn't crash, it just freezes. It still responds to keyboard. It's like it's like it's waiting on something. So yes, more irritating bugs. How freaking aggravating is that? I had a feeling I really didn't have a lot of confidence with this. Let's try one more time. Wait a minute. I look like I'm on 16 or 256 color. I am. Let's try. Gabriel Knight 2 never had these problems. Do we have to play the other game now? I don't want to play the other game yet. I want to finish this one. Oh, what? Oh my God, it crashed. That's a hardcore crash, too. Nope, not that one.
You know when you've been tangoed.
Hard reset. Well, we can always open a config file and edit the line that says, player won the game. Oh, wait, is there really such a thing? The screen's not even blue. What kind of crash is that? And it changes values when you complete the game. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's a good question. I'll have to check and see. I didn't think to look.
I can't use that here.
Gotta save your progress somehow, yeah. See, that is so weird. Like, why is it freeze here? It almost makes me wonder, Is something corrupted? You know what? It looks like it saved it because the manila folder looks like yellow and not gray. When you've got it to 256 colors, the folders themselves take on sort of a grayish color. That's how I knew it was in 256. Does it work if you skip the cutscene? Can you skip? I don't know. Actually, I haven't tried that. Your wife said you look like a Greek god. Her actual words were, "Put your clothes on. We're in a museum." But I don't. But I know what she meant. Welcome, Blackbird Twitch. That was pretty good. Let's see. CD drive 1, 2, and 3. See, I could point to multiple CD-ROM drives, save myself the grief. Sad bone in a good way, yeah. I wonder if maybe we can edit something here. Player won the game, still working on it. What? What kind of a... Let's see, system quality for primary video. What does that mean? Non-sound frame time. Total number of sounds, voices, 8. Swap left and right channels. We don't want to do that. Max volume 800. Master volume. Character speech. Interlaced video. Closed captioning. Sound buffer size. Detect bank switched video. I wonder what that would do. First, let's change debug output. It's probably going to slow it down, but let's try changing these two values just for fun. Let's see what happens. I mean, obviously we're not going to get through the game otherwise, so it doesn't really matter, right? I've always held a view that if someone's desperate enough to try manually editing their save, you should let them. Yeah, why not? PC catches fire in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I would have laughed if that actually fixed it. I really would have. All right, so that didn't do anything. Force dynamic RAM video. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't think about trying something like this. I really don't care about these INI settings anymore. It's broken. Shit don't work, yo. Oh, wow. See, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's freaky. Oh, no. Okay. So now I know what that feature does. But will it actually let me through? That is so weird. It's more of a soft lock than a crash, though. No, it's technically some kind of a crash because it never continues. It never continues. So force dynamic RAM video is clearly a good thing to have back on. Detect bank switched video. I don't know exactly what that does. Debug output, I don't really have a way to deal with that. What type of video files does this game use? Bink. If I'm not mistaken, it's Bink video. Oh God, my mouse got screwed up. There we go. Nope, AVF. I was wrong. I was thinking it was Bink, but it's not. I think the game is using DirectDraw 3D for the transition animations, and something seems to fail in that one, which is weird. Random beeping noise, because this is a virtual machine, right? I have tried it on 2 different installations of Windows 95, 1 installation of Windows 98, both using 2 completely different hardware configurations, different sound card, different video cards. Multiple video cards, 3 different video cards if you don't include this virtual machine. and none of it is working. Like, it does the exact same thing at the same point, which is making me wonder. Here's a debug log. Let's see what it says. Which is making me wonder what's happening. Oh, I should have opened that in WordPad, I guess. There we go. Okay, initializing channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 15. Frame, text box surface, back, boot logo, image. Click. Look at that. It's telling you everything. S-Quack. Load DigiSound. So this is where it shut down. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Problem in VD-Chan 2 SS-Chan can't match VD-Chan 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way through 34. Maximum number of SS channels used, 10. Huh. So it sounds like it is a audio issue.
What the hell is even that?
I don't know. I'm taking a wild guess, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. VD Chan is 4chan's older, nastier brother. 4chan's older and nastier brother. That's pretty bad. Be careful. Have fun. The sync of audio channel with video channel? Maybe? And set pan position. Pre-process sound on VDC6, SSC 10. Play sound in channel 6. Create plain surface. Processing sec movie. Trying VRAM load. Load succeeded. C thread. Created. And then it crashes at that point. Can you turn off the audio for this cutscene? That's a good question. Can I? How do I do that? Maybe increasing the sound buffer. Let's see what happens if I change this from 3,000 to 5,000. Maybe it's having trouble because it doesn't have enough to buffer. Not all of them.
Oh, yeah, right.
Not all
And
of
I'm the
them,
mayor of
because the
No scrap. You know, I've had it up to here.
the buffer is not there. The sound buffer. Sound system is there's a sound system active as flag. Okay. Oops. Yeah, we might try that. I'm going to try the buffer first, and then we'll see. Okay, so we'll try the sound system as active. We'll change that to 0. Save. Or set game up to use another card. I've tried multiple video cards, and it didn't matter. Same issue with all of them. Oh, no sound card. I can't change this one sound card. It would. It's a little more complicated than just changing out the sound card on a physical. Did I just do 3? Oh, no. But I did try the Sound Blaster Live, and I tried an ISA-based Sound Blaster 16, which would have been appropriate. So no audio. We got no audio right now. Or whatever it is you have. Yeah. This is set up to use an AW32, a virtual AW32. That's it. That is the bug. It's the audio. It's the audio. Congratulations, we figured it out. Now, what do I need to do? So if it's the audio that's the issue, is there something in the settings I can adjust? Just save that right there. Okay. Special effects volume, closed captioning should be on. I don't know why it wasn't turned on. So that being the case, this needs to be on. We want the sound, obviously. So sound system is force sound buffer size. What if I change that? Since we've clearly identified it's sound that is a problem. Let's see if turning that off makes a difference. Guess I've learned something after years of debugging your own terrible code. So this is where it crashed. I turned off forced buffering. Or turned it on. I don't know which ways ones and zeros on that go, but ultimately I changed that value to the opposite of what it was. So forced sound buffering doesn't matter there. That's not affecting it. So we're going to turn that back on. Total number of sound voices, let's go with 10. Since 8 is the maximum and it's hitting 10, let's go with 10. This card supports, I think, 12 or 16. By the way, if this works, I'm going to boot up the Win95 machine. We're going to finish it on original hardware. Because that's the way it should have been done in the first place. Well. What I hope I don't have to do, make sure it actually stuck because I screwed up. Yeah, there's 10. Okay. Primary video non-sound time delay? I don't know. I don't know what installation type means. Like, what does that mean? Installation type. Installation date? How about we go 1996? We'll do 97. Why not? That works. Not that that should make any difference whatsoever. Fast blit enabled. What if we go? Actually, no, that shouldn't matter. It's all sound, but okay, last attempt. Worst case scenario, I just have to save the game before we click on something like that, and then edit to turn off the sound, play through that scene, come up to it, and back and forth. I don't want to do that, but if it's what we got to do to finish the game, then that's just what's going to happen. I bet it's something in the sound system activation, and it would still crash if you turn the volume to minimum. Yeah, you're probably right. To an entry in the installation script that sets the system quality to poor, medium, or high. One is high, which, if I remember right, seems to mean that you have a system that doesn't catch fire with DirectX. Makes me want to put this Makes me want to put this on my Win98 setup again. So it looks like there's really nothing we can do with this. It looks like it's not something I can... It's either going to have to be on or off for audio. So we got character speech on, player speech on. Is there an SFX on? Because that might be it. So it looks like we don't have an option. You think it might be needing an 8-bit DMA rather than 16 on your Sound Blaster drivers? It's entirely possible, I guess. It's yeah, like these need to be here. Disable in this configuration. Oh no, I crashed my device manager. Oh well. There we go. I don't know why it took so long. So we'll just disable those. Those don't need to be there. Let's see. So Sound Blaster 16 or AW32 compatible. Allow full duplex. Don't really need that because we don't really record anyway. Probably have to restart the computer for this to change. S3 video capture driver. Don't really need that. Let's see. There should be DOS up here. But this isn't a DOS game. That's one of the things. Yeah, I really don't think this matters too much. All right, so I guess I could turn debugging back on and see. So it looks like 0 is off, 1 is on. I wish there was an SFX on-off feature here. It looks like there is one for everything but. So hard drive ID path. I don't know what exactly was. Art path. I don't know what that's all about. PAL path, font path, load save path, cache save, sound system active, force sound buffer size. That's on. I wonder what happens if I lower it. We'll put it back to 3000. That's really where it belonged. Interlaced is off. Player speech is on. Character speech is on. Special effects, master volume. I could set this to 0 and see if that actually does turn it off. We can always turn that back on in the game itself. So maybe just lowering the volume before clicking on it will make a difference. But now that we know what we need to do, if this doesn't work, we're just going to play it as is from this point. See, I'm not hearing any of the clicks or anything like that, so that's a good thing. And you notice there was delays in the clicks, too. And I wonder if that's part of the issue. Yep. I think we just have to turn it off is what it is. I don't have a choice. It's not a volume thing. It is simply being on that's the problem. So special effects master volume is at 50. And since we've got a save inside the tomb, I'm just going to leave it. The really crappy thing is this means that I have to save it, turn the audio off, then get through the scene where it's stuck, turn the audio back on, but I have to exit and keep resetting that. So I think one of the things I'm going to try and do is this. Let's see if I can add a third CD-ROM drive, second and third CD-ROM drive, and we can assign them an ISO image. Yes. All right. The ID path is the path where within each CD. Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. CID. I get you. Oh, I'm wrong. Apparently, I can only add one CD-ROM drive in this. Well, that just plain sucks. Can I use the subst command for it, maybe? Maybe we can copy them over. Learn how that command works. I've never used it before. I give up on this YouTube stream today. I don't know what the deal is. It is just absolutely acting up so bad. Like, I don't know why I can't get it to stay active. And it just went out again. This is plain stupid. Maybe I need to restart this. There we go. Okay, now then. I'm going to try and copy these CD-ROMs over real quick. Which CD do we have in there? Disc 1. Copy. VD discs. Should be fairly quick. Oh, I should have... Stupid me. I set it to 4 meg... You know what? Got a better way to do this. I've already got these, like, ripped anyway on this computer, so I might as well just go ahead and mount them and copy the files over. It'll happen very quickly. Oh, crap. Not image burn. Go away. Right-click and open with. There's fun in watching troubleshooting as much as watching the game. It can be. It can be. We're getting somewhere with it. I mean, you can't deny that. It claims it's going to take 14 minutes. I just copied over one disk on this computer in like 2 seconds. This won't take much longer. Disk 2. In fact, let me shut this down. Because I'm going to have to copy this over to the VDI. Okay, disk 2. And finally, disk 3. It'd still be copying this crap over on the other PC if I was doing this the other way. Teach me to set that up right. Okay, and now then. Where is it? There it is. VD disks. Delete. Paste. And now then, eject. And we will launch again, and it should have all of the disks in there. This is basically Columbo meets the digital age with Vampire Diaries in the background, right? With an ECD, okay, yeah. See now, it points to a CD ID, knowing which folders. All right, so I wonder, does this work? Ah. So how does the subst command work? I looked this up once, and I wasn't quite sure. Okay, so subst, and then the drive. Purpose, substitute a virtual drive letter for a path designation. Okay, easy enough. In that case, then, all I've got to do is know the destination of each. Since we know that's disk 1, disk 2, disk 3 is the folder names. Because I was consistent, we can go subst, d:, C, let's see, I need to right click and paste, I think, or can I paste from here? Disk 1. Cannot subst a network drive? It's not a network drive. Now the real question, when are we going to get Biddo's Diaries, the Vampire Diaries story, the Netflix series based on the book, based on the stream, based on the video game, based on the books? Oh, wait, you're right. That is an sorry, you got a point there. Sorry. That should be subst E, and then we can paste disk 1. Aha, thank you. That was it. I should have guessed that. F. Disk 2. If this works, I'll set up a batch file so that we can run this at the start. And subst G. Disk 3. Okay, and I'm going to minimize that. I don't know if closing it would actually eliminate it, but look at this. E, F, G. Okay, so we've got them all, and disk 1's already in there. I'm going to make that empty. So we just need to set the config file to look at E, F, and G for those. Let's see if this makes a difference. E, F, G.
It's cheating.
I hate pie. Yay! It's not making me put disks in the drive. Now for kicks and grins, does this make any difference to this? E, F, and G? It's like my school report card. And it still crashes there. Pi, we figured out the issue. The issue is the sound drivers. Something to do with the sound system itself. So what I'm going to do... Hey, Gregor, how you doing? This makes my life so much easier. I don't have to go through all those stupid buttons. All right, here we go. Check this action out. You want to limit the PC until Vampire Diaries does what you want it to? Sound drivers? Yeah, something to do with the way the audio works. It's crashing because it's trying to allocate, I guess, something to do with a sound channel that's not existing. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't have what I need here, but there is something I can pick up, if I'm not mistaken. I missed in here before, I think. Right? Isn't there a button or something that's like really obscure? I forget. I did something in here that I didn't know existed until I looked at the walkthrough. They just never tested this far, right? You just had a soft lock due to a bug in Zelda Link's wearing Awakening DXHD, a fan project that got DMCA'd by Nintendo. Nintendo, you mean, not Nintendo. I forget what it was that I did in here that actually opened this up. Well, nice to know that still exists. Okay, well, good news is that's working. Now, it's nighttime, I think. How did you figure that out? I just kept playing with the INI files until we finally got it to do what I wanted it to do. And then it worked. But sadly, we're also playing this in PCEM, but I'm pretty sure that if I played this in on the Windows 95 machine, that it would be fine. So what I might do is we're going to deal with this for now, and then tomorrow I'll set it back up on the I'll reconfigure the Pentium 2 and see if it works with the Windows 98 machine in the Windows 98 configuration, because it's not an actual Windows issue. It's a game problem. It's a bug. How you doing, Drew Stu? It's good to see you. We're going to go to Gary Richards' house. This was the other bug that we ran into. Oh no! See, we ran into the other bug. This is one of the other issues. Okay. So that means we've got to turn off sound entirely. This is going to be so freaking annoying. You should update the PC Gaming Wiki then. I should, shouldn't I? So we got to turn sound system off. And then we'll go to Gary Richards' house. We'll get the key. But you're right. I should get some stuff on PC Gaming Wiki. How's Vampire Diaries going? We're having some very significant issues. Technical issues. But it's okay. I swear there was something else that I was able to click on here, and I don't remember now what it was. I'll have to pull out the walkthrough. I may just say forget it and do the walkthrough altogether. It's like, this game plays much better in general with the sound off. Oh, but that's part of the charm. 7 stream? Bad coding, I'd say. Yeah, I agree with you. All right. Now then, let's see if this fixes this. Yep, there it is. Look, see, it's a sound issue. There's the key. All right, so now we can... Actually, I'm not going to save it here. Because, see how jerky that is? This is the problem with the virtual machine. It's just not perfect. I need to open that. Get that. And I'm hoping this fixes this other bug that we ran into down here. I guess the QA testers could take the dialogue delivery past the party, and they turned it off. That explains both these bugs and how the cuts made it to the final product. Yeah. Okay. Jeez, I'm trying to get across to the room there. How do I do that? Oh, that's how. So we move that. That opens that. That sends us down here. Can't expect the testers to sit through all that long-winded dialogue every time. I mean, really. Okay, so we go through here. And dagger, maybe. Save. Done. Okay. So we rotate around, and this was the one. We were supposed to go...
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
5 minutes, yeah. Hey, look, this is working now. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we have the dagger. So that was the bug. We couldn't get past that in ScumVM. All right, so now I got to go in and turn the audio back on and see how fast or how far we can get. I wonder. Left volume failed. Right volume failed. Because there's no audio engine running. Sight sound. That was stupid, yeah. Okay, so now we've got that. Put sound back in. And then launch the game. And thanks to EmiCat's suggestion with subs, that really makes this a lot easier. I don't have to constantly swap disks. It accepts it. Okay, so load. Now then, we have the dagger. That dagger looks like it's still there. There's an exit around here somewhere. Where the frig is it? Gregor, how you doing today? How you feeling? You awake? You feeling all right? You having a good Friday? The dagger's still there, but I have it in my inventory. That's weird. Another one of those strange bugs. Oh, come on, game. I know it's around here somewhere, but you can't really see it. It's not very obvious. Poor scene set. Or poor scene design, I should say. Set design. It's a magical dagger. At this point, don't question these things. I mean, that's the truth. You're awake. You got Lou here. You have a huge chunk of pork belly. Ooh, yesterday, and you are doing fine. That is awesome. Well, I hope you two have a good time. I think the exit is to the right of the stand at some point. Yeah, I thought it was to the left. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it is. Might just depend on the angle, the rotation. Oh, there it is. Finally. I don't remember there being anything up here. Oh, yeah. Doing better now that I can actually play the game. And then once we go through here, Gary Richards is like yelling at me. Oh, no. Load and play streamed sound failed to play. I bet you that is the same error that's not visibly popping up, but is happening. So many bugs. So choppy right here, too. Wow, Gary Richards didn't come after me? He came after me the last time. Okay, so what do I do with the dagger?
Hello, Mr. Fancy.
Master Gregor just cheered 100 bits. Oh, and sorry to all of you awesome people in chat. I'm still from the ground, so I'm watching you guys shine in your glasses. Wish you all a happy and relaxing
Yeah, sorry about that. The game's a little loud too, sorry. Looks like I just need to lower the volume some.
Oh, yeah, right. And I'm the mayor of Ben's church. No scrap. You know, I've had it up to here with you.
So there's a voicemail on my phone referring to apparently today was supposed to be a skip day for students, you know, as far as the seniors are concerned, if you remember that as a kid. That's funny. Man, it's still freaking loud. You can barely hear it too. All right. Tell you what, for now, pause the game. These ads are going to kick in. Yeah. See you guys in just a few minutes. Don't go nowhere.
storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with the interface. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and
Buy Loom today! Hey, Winter Slice. Let's see. Oh, what do we got here? 2 tunes, and the 2 tunes rolleth in. Yeah, you love having 2 songs playing at once. It saves so much time when we're listening to them separately. Oh, sorry about that. Master plan so that even subscribers watch the ads and increase the stream revenue. There you go. Buy one, get one free. Sounds like 2 music. Sorry about that. I forgot. This, when I have this set up properly, I don't usually use PCEM, but when I have this set up properly, the Pentium 2 and the Windows XP machine will automatically be cut out of the audio stream when it switches over to that scene. I forgot about that, so that was my fault. Sorry. I have to remember to manually mute it. Do you usually ignore the Way on Break songs in your streams? With Vidaman's channel, you can ignore 2 songs at the same time. Twice the ignoring, twice the efficiency, see? See if we can improve this. Well, I can play a 3rd song if you want. Now that is an Arl landscape you can climb. All right. I really should switch over. So we have the dagger. I did save it, yeah. I did save it. So here's what I'm going to do. Now that I know what's causing the problem, and I know how to get this to work, I am going to shut this down. And I'm going to copy all of those disks over. Good old Win95. Close that. All right. Now then, that needs to go over here. We can maximize that. And shouldn't take but a moment. Yeah, going to good old 195. Actually, this will take a little longer than I thought it would. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with, maybe it's my cell connection. I don't know. Something going on with my YouTube stream. Is it really showing poor quality? Yeah, it seems to just be happening every few minutes. There's something going on with my YouTube connection, I guess. It's really being a pain in the butt. Tell you what I'm going to do. Sorry, all you YouTube folks, if you can hear me.